Actually, they're probably, to some extent, skills that you use on a day-by-day basis. About 10 or 15 years ago, I began to tell public relations students that the internet was going to become their playground, and that they shouldn't look at somebody my age to know how to use it, that their experiences would become very informative to them. I also argued that, among other things, the homepage of major corporations was going to become a major center of information gathering, that people would learn over time to go there to seek information about the company. And I think that trend has been borne out very well. But the other part of it is, how can you find particular uses of the internet that are relevant to various kinds of clients? And I think that's sort of where you tend to know how to go to, because you're using others and say, well, something similar to this would be very nice to use as well. Yes, in many ways. One of the interesting uses of the internet at the moment by public relations is to put out tweets. The notion is that we've got an interesting story, and we're going to tell you that we've got an interesting story, and then you can have access to something like our homepage, or like access to the journalist part of our homepage, and you can go and look at media releases. Also, slowly but surely, the new media are being used for issue monitoring. For instance, there are public relations firms in the hotel and entertainment and travel industry that monitor all of the chatter about a client. That client might be a celebrity. That client might be a particular resort area. And if anyone at that resort area is voicing a negative comment that their experience is not a good experience, the quicker they can pick it up and address that, either by correcting the mistake that was going on, or explaining something, or helping somebody, etc., etc. So it's giving people more of an opportunity to engage. The one area that seems to be very, very slow to develop, and it may never develop, is the dialogue and the debate part of this. And it's because, I think, among other factors, that if a person or a group or NGO or whatever it is gets tired of arguing a point, they can simply just quit. They can leave. And the organization, whether it's a company or maybe a government agency that was being argued with, doesn't know whether the other group gave up or just agreed. And so I think it's hard for the organization to know where the discussion is going on and how to engage in that discussion. But we know that that discussion is going on, and it's very relevant to what is being said about and the judgments that are being made about various kinds of organizations. I think that any faculty member is good at helping the student to understand how to write whatever it is that goes onto the website or the app or whatever it is. One of the larger questions is how to utilize the very nature of new technologies. For instance, we know that Google has search capacities that are based upon a variety of profiles, which they don't even make known. They keep that as proprietary information. My guess is that most of the people that would teach in public relations wouldn't understand those search capacities, but they're extremely important. And so invariably in schools of communication in the United States, we've started hiring individuals who are expert in the purely technical side, either of the design of the sites or the searchability of the sites, independent of the content of the site. So the public relations people can teach content, what should be there, strategy, what it should accomplish, how it should fit in, but on the technical side, you really need highly competent people that are knowledgeable of the current technologies of how the run efficiency is, the algorithms and so forth, and secondly, the protocols for searchability.